This thing I just said is too, I don't know how I can fasten it into our minds. It's too important. This year, I don't want us to come back next year and you did not achieve at least 70% of your goals. To the next point, which is my final point. Give life to your goals. This is the part that is sacred. Give life to your goals. When I was working with IZ, there was something important I personally learned. So you know how you can learn by the books and then you can learn by practice. So what I learned, one of the things I learned by practice was actually writing down your daily to-do. Like I know that, yeah, come on now, you know. But no, not just writing down your to-do, but writing your to-do. There's a space you should keep your remarks. Now, how did you achieve this? Did you actually achieve it? Did you achieve them? Yes. Did you not achieve them? What was the, obstacle? Why didn't you write that down? Like, that is too important. That's one way to give life to your goals. That's one way to give life to your goals. Because until you can express your goals into days, you're not sure you're going to achieve it. And I said something in 2022 January. I said, see all this New Year resolution, it's beautiful and all, but wake up every day and do something that drives you close to your dreams. That's the vibe I'm on. That's the energy I'm on. Waking up every day and doing something that drives you close to your dream. And the only way you can do that is on your to-do. That's one. The second way, which is really sacred, and I think everybody should do this. Whatever works for me is what I love sharing. So personally, I write down all of my goals. Every day, most times at night before I go to bed, I go through them. My goals for the year, or for a project, whatever. I go through them and I look at it. And I actually speak to it. I say, you will come alive. You will happen. No, it might, he's about to go spiritual. Whatever. Now listen, it is too important to speak to your goals every day. Now let me show you the flip side of that. Sometimes what I've learned about scriptures is when you read them, they now look like, it's just about spirituality. No, sometimes it's about working on you. So when you read your goals every day, you are telling yourself, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. That in itself breeds focus. Because every day you are seeing it. You know how that scripture says that I see behold. Okay, they're about to make me preach. So, it is too important to wake up every day and look at your goals in the eyes, because they're looking at you, and tell them, you will come to pass. You will come alive. Like, you will happen. I can miss a couple of days, but I try to do that every day. It is too important. What works, works. That's what my dad loves. What works, works. So that's one thing. That's because, I don't really want to go deep into it, but that's because faith is a speaking force. So every day when you're looking at it, you're speaking to it. It's gathering life. It's gathering life. Now I'm not talking about speaking and not walking. Oh, you already know, nobody here is on that vibe, right? That thing where you get to wake up every day and you run affirmations that you don't actually work on. Please, hope nobody's on that vibe. Don't do that. So I'm talking about the things that you write down and then you're working on them. You have to speak to them every day. You have to speak to them every day. They have to come alive. Mal, my partner, hates when I talk about some things about mastery. But as a way of testimony, as it were, we wrote down what we want to achieve. I mean, that's usual. That's something we do normally. We wrote down what we want to achieve in the year, and Mal, I'm going to say, Don't worry, it will not hurt. So, one of the things we wanted to have one of our visions was to have a top 100 artists or top 100 song. And again, understand that every Monday when we have meetings, we are reviewing. Remember when I spoke to us about taking stock. And this is only February. We have an artist right now who is currently on 41, currently on 41 top charts, top songs in Cameroon. That's his country. On the 28th of December, when we were thinking about this, it was just God, I feel like me so. Right? And then we wrote it down, and then we shared the vision with everybody. Everybody in the team understands exactly what we are doing for the year, where we are going to, the things we want to achieve. But I'm telling you that we have achieved at least 2 things, and this is only February. One is already in the works. Can happen next week, or in the next week, the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What am I saying? We wake up every day and we give life. We give life. Apart from walking, we give life to it. Now let me say this. When you think about when you think about the things that you do or you want to do, and that's how I'm going to close. When you think about the things that you want to achieve, and that's another point. One of the ways to give things life, one of the ways to give your vision goals life, is think about them every day. Think about them. We don't even think. I don't even understand how to say it, but I think we spend more time worrying than we think. When you think, you're trying to bring solutions, right? But when you're worried, your brain or your mind is everywhere and not being specific on one thing to achieve. So I'm saying, wake up every day, look at your goal and think. Like, that's straightforward. Like, it is too important that you wake up every day and think about your goal. Now, why? Thinking is you praying in the spiritual realm. Thinking is you speaking in the spiritual realm. Like, if you're supposed to have conversations in the spiritual realm, thinking is part of it. So when you're thinking, you're praying. Is it making sense? Yeah, no, it's a little bit off. It's a little bit off for you. Yeah, I get it. Take your time, think about it. When you are thinking, what happens in your brain or what happens in your head? There are words you're saying, right? This is going to happen. Those things that are happening are actually voices in the spirit. And when you're thinking, you're trying to drag things like into reality, right? You're trying to get solutions. So I'm saying, thinking is also praying. Now for Christians, which I want to gauge that at least 50% of us here are Christians. Prayer does not only drag God, quote unquote, or move God's hand, it also builds confidence in you. How many of us agree? Awesome. So every time, one of the other ways, which is the last point, is pray about your goals. That's simple. And I want to say this. I am believing that by God's grace, by the beginning of next year, we're going to have all of us sit back in this room and we see that our goals, everything that we had planned and put down, they are now reality before our eyes. Everything we want to do, everything, all of us right now, we're interconnected. And every time you succeed, you're making ways for others to succeed. And I'm saying this to you, your success is bigger than you, right? Your life is bigger than you. Your life is bigger than you. And I need you to treat your life like you know that you're a national treasure. And like you know that at least 10,000 persons depend on you. I need you to constantly remember that. Thank you so much. And that's my time.